So it looks like CNN sits down with the cartel, the Sinaloa cartel, tell us what they think about President Donald Trump. Now, what y'all hear from this video might be very, very shocking. Y'all gonna hear completely different what y'all think he gonna say for real. Let's play the clip.
Right now we're just racing through town following this group of volunteer paramedics on that motorbike.
Ya no aguante con este brazo yo, güey.
Si te lo quito te vas a desangrar. El muchacho tiene una hemorragia y pues es considerablemente mortal.
Okay.
This area is very heavily populated by cartel members. And right now this guy is losing a lot of blood, so it's a bit of a race against time.
Esto es riesgoso para nosotros porque la ambulancia ya tardó mucho y nosotros nos estamos exponiendo aquí.
Right.
Violence erupts almost every night here in Sinaloa, Mexico, the heartland of one of the most powerful criminal gangs in the world, the Sinaloa Cartel. Once led by the notorious drug lord El Chapo, this cartel is responsible for selling huge quantities of drugs to US consumers.
The cartels are waging war in America, and it's time for America to wage war on the cartels, which we are doing.
You're not playing games.
President Donald Trump is pressuring Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum to crack down on the cartels, threatening tariffs and even military strikes. In response, hundreds of soldiers have already been added to the troops here in Sinaloa. We've come here to understand what that looks like. From hidden drug labs and defiant cartel members
Está fea la situación.
to grieving families and soldiers on the front line. We're with the Mexican military right now, flying over the state of Sinaloa, over this massive expanse of rural land, looking for any signs of cartel activity.
The cartel got that shit too, fuck. So you really gotta be watching those.
This is more cannabis than I've ever seen in my life.
Oh shit.
The scale of drugs here is just enormous. I mean, this is a whole field of marijuana here. These guys are going to be camped up here for the next few days, just trying to destroy field upon field of cannabis, of poppies. So is this area safe?
Yes, secured area. We need to make aerial reconnaissance and then vehicle and then on foot. And here is the poppy field.
Oh, wow.
So they slice the poppy to get the opium, and they start the process to get heroin.
So how much heroin does a field like this produce?
2 kilos.
2 kilos. The soldiers burn the poppies and marijuana.
Good Lord.
But it's synthetic drugs that are responsible for most of the 87,000 Americans who've died of overdoses in the space of a year. These drugs,
They in
like
the heroin
fentanyl and
field,
meth,
they in
can
the
be
weed
produced in
field, they
much
in the
bigger quantities,
fentanyl.
generate enormous
It's dope.
profits,
It's
and
crazy.
are easier to hide.
Los criminales construyen estas áreas de trabajo en lugares lo más inaccesible para que la autoridad no lo descubran.
I can smell it from here. It's very strong.
Sí. Bueno, vemos acá, esta es un área de concentración, aquí tienen los productos químicos. Vienen, trabajan 2-3 horas, producen 50, 20, 50 kilos,
They
100
on they
kilos
Breaking Bad
de
shit, for real.
metanfetamina, terminan y se van y se llevan la producción. Este laboratorio ya no va a ser reubicado a otro lado, lo que hay aquí se va a destruir ahora mismo.
In the first 6 months of Sheinbaum's presidency, thousands of suspected cartel members have been arrested, and more than 140 tons of drugs have been seized. But the reality is, more than 1,200 people have also been killed in Sinaloa in the past year. Hundreds more have
1,200?
disappeared. An uncomfortable fact
That's
for the Mexican
crazy.
military. In downtown Culiacan, the capital of Sinaloa, the military's narrative that they are fully in control begins to unravel. The rates of violence are still extremely high here. And since September, when this war between two factions of the Sinaloa cartel exploded, people have been dying on a daily basis. very stark reminders here of people who are missing, who've been disappeared as part of this cartel war between the two factions that's playing out right now. All very recent cases. This was last week, 23-year-old went missing.
Those you cannot say if they are.
I want to add really quick that it's kind of almost amazing that that country even allows a interior gang to control everything. I'm not saying that they're fully in control, but they have a sense of control where the government doesn't know where they're at, but they're not arresting them because they have somebody's plugged in somewhere now. Maybe they're scared. And this is why you need I'm gonna be at it, sometimes you don't need a woman in charge when things happen, because women think with their heart and men think with their brain, you know what I mean? So when it comes to stuff like this, men might be like, you know what, y'all going down. But they did have the former president didn't do nothing. So the former president was a guy and he kind of let shit fly. The new president, she's a female, she's kind of letting shit fly too until Trump says something. Then she's like, oh, let's pretend like we're getting on it. Whole time, you know you can't really do nothing for real. Cause they'll have your family up in some shit too, for real. So it's kind of weird that, you know, these type of gangs and to us, technically terrorists, can't even function like this. So good thing this is not happening in the United States, and we need to nip this in the bud immediately. Don't let none of it get through, not even the slightest, and penalize anybody that allows it to get through. So what Trump doing technically right now is legit, like penalizing Canada, penalizing Mexico for any fentanyl crossing our borders, and we're gonna blame you for it because those are your peoples coming from your land, and y'all get into our country where our people like drugs and they're gonna buy it. So we gotta blame y'all for it, and we gotta blame China to stop it. Somehow we gotta stop it because your people, they literally got fields of this shit in your land growing this shit up. So we gotta blame you for real because you should be stopping this, definitely when it's illegally done. So, and of course it looks like they're doing something, but they need to do better, that's all.
What do you mean?
Those wires are old.
No, this is it's post the date here. It's the 22nd of March, they went missing, right?
Sí, pero, o sea, esto es una copia. It's a copy. Who put this? We don't know.
As we're talking, a soldier blocks our camera. You mean it's not verified? Yeah. Presumably people aren't just putting up posters for the fun of it. They're putting them up because they're missing family members, right?
We don't know.
What's up? You don't want us filming it? The military steer us off and invite us to film something else. But we call the number on the poster of the missing woman. Her name is Vivian Esporo. Her family tell us she disappeared 17 days ago. We promised to follow up on her story.
Yeah, talking about his old.
But
see, their military even be lying to the press. You say they don't want us to come in their country and figure out what's really going on. That's why their military blocking it, because they know when we get this real information, we're going to share it throughout the American media. And American media going to decipher all this, and they're going to realize that even the soldiers of Mexico is trying to hide information. And since they're hiding that information, there's a lot, like he's trying to basically say that they said that this person was gone at March just passed. So it's like within the last month, this person's missing. They're like, oh no, it's old. And they just reposted it with a new date. Nah, bro. Y'all lying. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all not serving mysteries. Y'all need to have detectives on hand, just how we got it. Like, how do you expect to function like the U.S., like your neighbor, but you don't act like it? You know what I'm saying? So you're always going to be that second-class country due to that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fix your infrastructure. You gotta fix, how shit going, your e-commerce. Like, you can't let little gangs and shit take over because now they can control your revenue. Now you have a president that's sanctioning your country due to the fact that you have outside sources. Hopefully they're paying y'all at least for your troubles because you're losing money. You're getting more tariffs because you're allowing drugs to come in our country. All because you're allowing drugs to be made in your country. So I hope y'all getting compensated for somehow because y'all just letting these people win rent-free unless they have your family for hostage or something.
Are the men running
different.
this criminal network, wreaking havoc on people living here? We part ways with the military.
Right.
So we've just entered an area of the city that is still very dangerous. After weeks of trying, our contact here on the ground has managed to secure a meeting with a member of the cartel who's involved apparently in the production of drugs. And so we're meeting him now in somewhere around here in an undisclosed location. ¿Cómo estás? This man is talking to us on the condition we hide his identity and location.
Right,
Can I pull up a chair? He says he produces fentanyl for the Sinaloa cartel.
Oh yeah.
How safe or dangerous is this?
This nigga get caught, they finna make chorizo out of this nigga for real. They better, he better hide the face, the voice, he better do a voice differential, all that. Because this is Mexico we talking about now. They gonna cut the boy body up and put him in a taco, make his ass a burrito, but bro, all that. Cilantro and all, put it on his ass. Hey, I heard they do that for real. I heard they'll cut your head off, put that bitch through the meat grinder and eat it. These niggas vicious, G. That's all I heard. I don't know. I hope not.
En estos momentos todas las áreas son
Turn
peligrosas.
a nigga to a nigga taco.
The Mexican military making a big effort to crack down on the drug production here. How are you responding to that, and how does that impact your work?
Están haciendo un buen trabajo, pero pues como ellos vienen más, pues uno tiene que buscar la forma de seguir trabajando. Claro, en baja escala, ¿entiendes? Pero no igual como antes, pero se sigue haciendo.
I mean, according to the Trump administration, you are a terrorist. I mean, the cartels have been labeled a foreign terrorist organization. What do you make of that?
Está fea la situación, ¿verdad? Está fea la situación, pero pues todos tenemos que comer.
Yes.
What's your message to Donald Trump, if he's watching this?
De respetos, él tiene que según él, buscar lo mejor para los suyos.
Come on, man. Even the cartel understand that as a man to man, we doing what's wrong, what we need to eat. You doing what's right for your country, we doing what's right for us. Which means we gotta traffic these drugs across your border. If you stop us, you stop us. If you don't, you don't. Either way, we gotta eat, so we gotta get it across. Whatever means necessary. We're willing to kill for it, but they're willing to kill as well. So I like that he just said, you know, he's looking out for his people. He said Donald Trump's looking out for his people. He respect that because he's just doing what's best for his people. But the cartel, they got to eat, you know. So that's keeping it short and sweet. I like that.
Pero el detalle que ya están los consumidores, ¿no? Si no hubiera consumidores, pues uno le parara.
There is a lot of violence playing out on these streets here at the moment every day, right? I mean, people are dying on a daily basis. Children are afraid to go to school. Do you have any sense of remorse over your role and your involvement in this group?
Claro que sí. Claro que sí. Claro que sí.
Come on, you got to have morals.
Pues está triste la cosa, pero pues está triste la cosa, pero
Yeah.
está temblando mucho esta madre.
His phone is pinging. Someone is nearby. He tells us we need to leave for our own safety. It's because of the actions of cartel members like these that civilians too are caught up in this violence.
Let me stop it right there. I just wanna add to this situation before I end the video that basically this is what's going on in Mexico. So anything we hear in the news, like, and look, this is CNN. CNN don't like Trump. So what this dude's saying is basically, you know, it kind of protects what Trump is saying. It basically vouches for him. Like, yes, it makes it harder for us that Trump is doing what he's doing, but we understand it's his land. He is control of it. He has the power, and he's doing what's best for his people. We're going to continue to do what's best for our people and get these drugs across your border so we can sell it to your people to make some profit for it. And then, of course, we just going to need to launder it, clean it up, and bring it back real easy. But the hardest part is getting the drugs in the country initially. We're going to get it sold. That's basically what they're saying. Either way, I like that he kind of mentioned that Trump is, yes, we understand what he's doing. He's doing it for his people. And that's all we need to know. We don't care about them people, for real. If it was up to the military in Mexico, if Mexico let us, we'll probably be in Mexico hunting the cartel like terrorists for real. A lot of people are going to die. You know what I'm saying? If Mexico's allowed that, then we can eradicate the cartel out of their country so they can get their freedom back for real. But you fuck with the drug industry, so then important people going to end up dying, you know, but that's just the price of the game. But yeah, even the cartel knows. So I respect them to you know, at least respect that we are doing what's best for us, and they're not super selfish. At least for this guy. This guy works for them. He's not super duper selfish, but he understands, like, okay, he's doing this for his country, so you know, he's going to do what he's going to do, you know? So y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments section. So that's the CNN, and that's pretty much the whole interview. That's the CNN interview about the Sinaloa cartel in Mexico. Real interview, real stuff going on. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section about that. Don't forget to like, and don't forget to subscribe. Love your YouTube. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Peace.